Hey y'all, how's it going? I probably should have made this, not probably. I said I was going to try and make this weekly and I stumbled, but I did not fall. Um, I was going through a little thing. Um, Put real simply, I had to remind myself that every time I stumble, I can still get back up. I don't have to fall, right? So I was going through something a little difficult. Um, and really, the lesson was, the lessons, because they be getting me. Um, the lessons were paciencia y fe, and I say it in Spanish, patience and faith, because every time it's that song from the musical In the Heights, or The Heights, or that the abuela sings, paciencia y fe. And I just keep reminding myself, patience and faith. Those are like, I swear, this life's overall lesson. And it's so funny. This shit just hit me. It's so funny that my name is Sarah, and Sarah in the Bible had the same lesson. And the funny thing is, when I meet people, some people, not all of them, say, "Oh, your name is Sarah. Do you know what your name means?" I'm like, "Yes, I do. I know it means princess." And they're like, "Oh, and do you know who Sarah was in the Bible?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I do." And I just now made the connection. like, that's like the universe straight up telling me, girl, patience and faith. So this current lesson that put me in a place where I couldn't get the video out. I was so stuck in my own head that I couldn't even figure out what I wanted to talk about. And the thing is, I am not lacking in ideas. Everything that I'm sharing is everything that I've learned, that I've had to go through. And it's all written in my journals. And I just didn't go back. So I guess I didn't take like my own advice from my first video. To be fair, I go back in the moment, not like regularly again throughout my life, and I probably should. I probably should. Because you learn that you get the same lesson until you learn it, right? So, yeah, that probably would have helped me out. Anyway, I was just too in my head about something and it was driving me crazy. And I have my mind, this like new version of me that is like, what are you doing? Girl, what are you doing? Why are we here? And then the old version of me that is just like panicking, overthinking, so preoccupied, knows that we have things to do, but just stuck and in such a state of mind of worry. And so they're battling, and I'm like, oh God. Then I have like my third person point of view that is just looking at them battling, like, oh my God, we're wasting so much time. What is going on? That's a problem. um, took me about 2 weeks, but I got through it. And one of the things that helped me get through it is that, girl, you've been here so many times. You've been here so many times. You already know what you need. Stop asking what you need. You know what you need. Paciencia y fe. It hits me hard because that is one lesson that I'm constantly having to relearn and relearn. So it's funny, but it's like, again, damn. But another thing that I was concerned about, it was having to do with my confidence. and wanting to make sure that this was absolutely perfect. And so I had to be genuine, so no script, but at the same time, have a topic to talk about. It made no sense. And then I was like, girl, it's just because you're scared. This is out of my normal. I stay to myself. I got like 3 friends. I don't I don't do this. So I'm having to work through my anxiety to be seen. That in and of itself was quite difficult. Um, I don't know, man. I really just had to click it in my head that it doesn't matter what's thrown at me. And I mentioned this in my last video, man. When that bad energy comes to you, when it's old versions and people whispering how much they want you to fail, whether they know you or not, which just blows my mind. I digress. That bad energy, and I'm such an empath. I I am. There's a lot of people who say that they are. I don't know about y'all, but I am. So you don't need to be next to me for me to feel you. You just need to be sending that energy my way, and I feel it, and it impacts me so much. And because I went through my people pleasing years and I lost a lot of my own internal strength, I'm regaining that back now. Because in the past, if somebody threw that energy back to me, oh, I'd use it as fuel, like almost instantly, like very right away. Um, Again, going through those phases, I've kind of lost that ability to alchemize that energy quickly into something positive. So it hit me a little bit. It hit me a little bit. And then I just had to remember who I was. And I was really taking this low, hard. Pause. I was really taking this low as like, dang, this shit hurts. What am I going to do? And then I remember there's always a high, right? I've, again, gone through enough in my life to know there is always a high. So I pull myself out of it. I end up going to this Taino herbal course. I'm going to figure out how to tag things. Her name is Alex. She sells infused honey. She has a honeybee farm. She's local. And not only does she sell honey, the liquid of the gods, she infuses them for whatever ails you. And I mean whatever. And she's got deep Taino roots. She knows a lot of Taino healing medicine. So of course, I'm going to her classes because now she offers classes. This woman is a goddess. And she's the sweetest freaking person. Oh my God. Anyway, she has this Taino herbal class. And I'm like, yes, I want to actually learn something because this is going to sound, I know someone out there is going to be like, if you don't shut up, I wish I had that. This is going to sound so ungrateful. And I'm so sorry. I love all of my ancestors. I want to actually know what I'm doing when I'm picking up plants. I feel like that's a great way to word it. I will pick up plants or I'll see plants or I'll feel sick in some way and think I should mix these things. Or I'll find certain plants when I have an ailment, not know exactly what they are. I have no names. Don't ask me names. Barely ask me names. Okay. I got the basics down. But I can see a plant outside and be like, that'll make a great tea. Not knowing that if I look it up, that plant is really good for like throat issues or literally any issue that I'm going through in that moment. And so I'm like, yeah, that's great and all. The intuitive gift is, I'm so grateful. I'm so gracious for that. But maybe I would like to know what I'm doing. You know, maybe I want to actually learn so I don't pick up the wrong plant. But I don't know. If I'm doing it intuitively, I would think that I'd be okay, but to be safe. Like I'm noticing a lot of mushrooms around me and a variety of them. Don't know if they're good to eat or not. I want to learn. And then Tainos, I'm trying to get back to my ancestry. I'm feeling like I a tug to that. And so I really want to learn more about them, learn more about that history. I'm noticing a lot of what I'm learning from Alex is like stuff that the family was already doing, like we were just taught in the family. So that's kind of cool, but still, I want to learn, legit. Anyway, oh my god. So the whole point is, I'm going to her class, and this is her second herbal class, second or third herbal class that I'm taking, and I'm getting a message when she's talking, and she's talking about how the Taino religion, they worshipped gods, ancestors, and then like nature spirits. And I was like, oh, cool. Like that's in line with what I naturally believe. Um, and she goes, oh, when the crops would fail or a woman would have a miscarriage, they would be like, oh, the spirits are mad, the gods are mad, we fucked up. Where did we fuck up in our life? We fucked up bad. We got to fix this, right? I hope you're following. I hope this is coming out good. So while she's saying that, I'm not in my head like, no, it's not a punishment. It's not a punishment. And I start connecting these dots, and I swear I'm just sitting there, and all this information is just pouring into me. And I'm like, no, it's not a punishment. Their religion was very love light. Very love light. Every reason to love. There's no such thing as a reason not to love. They had this chaos goddess that was also, and I've noticed this in religions around the world, the chaos god is also in line with like rebirth. Think Scorpio, right? So they have the same, but it's not usually chaos gods and other religions are, oh, they're punishing you. And I'm like, their whole religion is so love light that they didn't even see the chaos goddess as punishing. It was a blessing to flood because it would mean the crops would, be better, right? They never saw any natural disasters or anything to be negative. So then she goes on and she says, yeah, they would think that they did something wrong, and they would like up their blessings or prayers to whatever God was tied to it, whatever spirit was tied, like, oh man, we slipping on our worship. Slipping on our worship. Let me, make sure I do that so the gods and the spirits and everything are happy and we can be fruitful again. Now, don't we do that in our lives? Religious comfort or religious comfort, yes, but for others, it's more to confide in spiritual beliefs, right? That's a natural thing. But if you're going to worship, and Christianity teaches this, you did wrong, that means you crossed God, you better grovel. You better get it together. Recommit your life. You better do it. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting punished. I never got that kind of wrathful energy from the Taino beliefs. And so as she's talking, I'm like, no, 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 no. And they had the same freaking download in like another one of her classes. Anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm going to try and get to my point. Sorry. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, no, no, no. It wasn't a punishment. Sorry, my radio started to act up. It wasn't supposed to turn on the radio. That was interesting. So the message I was getting was that it's not a punishment. What it is that when it comes to nature, you have to have reciprocal energy. Nature's not going to give to you until you can commit to giving to them. How do I turn this off? There. The radio cut back on. Anyway, so you have to be ready. You have to be ready to give in order to receive. You have to be committed to giving. So you have to commit to the day-to-day of giving onto the earth in order for you to receive. So you have to lovingly take care of one another. So in order for the earth, the planet, the natural spirits, the ancestors, the gods to take care of you, they want to take care of you because they love you so much. But you have to, first of all, be able to accept that you deserve that. And you have to be able to give it back. Because if you stop giving, it dies. And if it stops giving, you die. Right? So reciprocal energy, that's key here. So that's not even a lesson, bro. So the lesson, I'm gonna get to it, I swear. The reciprocal energy is needed. Absolutely. And then it goes into, it's not that the gods or nature or the ancestors are trying to make your life difficult because you didn't worship them. And it's everything about you're moving too fast. You are being too hard on yourself. You're under too much stress. So I'm going to take this away from you because you're not able to properly love it right now. So I'm going to take this away from you. I'm going to care for it. I'm going to handle it. You don't need to worry about that. I'm going to take this away from you. So I'm going to take away these crops because you're moving too fast. You're not doing it right. You're not using the right kind of fertilizer. You're just rushing. You're not getting enough sleep, so you're kind of half-assing the work. So I'm going to take these crops away from you. And I'm going to take this water away from you. Because you're worried too much about the water. Let me pull that back in. And I don't know who else can relate to this, but when the world forces the universe, when your life, because your life is your perspective of the world, so it's your world, when your life, I have to remember to take deep breaths, decides that you need a break, it's going to force you to take a break. That could be an illness, loss of a job, loss of a home, loss of a person that you genuinely loved, loss, scarcity, potato. It's going to put these obstacles, these blockages in your way so that it tells you, slow down, stop, you're doing too much. Breathe. When we are in those states, if you notice, we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not loving ourselves. And so we're having trouble loving the world. And it gets hard. And you have to choose. Do you block it with this thing or person? Like, do you distract yourself from slowing down? Or do you say, you're right, let me pause. Let me figure this out. You're right. I totally need a break. Let me take a breather. Let me slow my brain down. Let me rest and see what it really is. What's really pissing me off. I've been pissed off the last 2 weeks, bro. I don't even know why. I don't know now why, but I didn't even know why. Because what do I have to be mad about? Why am I upset? Some of it was lack of sleep. I've been getting up at like 5:36. Let's go to the gym in the morning. I'm trying to get my together. But I've been a little grumpy because I was getting my together and not processing some emotions that I needed to process because I was pissed off. I felt hurt, scared, and betrayed. And I didn't want to deal with none of that. So I just got angry. And then I said, well, I can't hold this anger because I don't have any of my angry outlets, X, and working out, lifting weights more specifically. Then my niece comes up and tells me that she wants to check out this gym. Yeah, I signed up for the gym. I'm like, well, my health is starting to get to a point where, I can go back to that. So let me go back to that. Oh, it kind of helped, but it didn't kind of help because, again, I wasn't working through those emotions. That was my low, right? So in that message that I was getting, I was like, I'm going to need to face it. Oh, no. This was after I faced it. And it was just a confirmation for me. That's what it was. It was after I faced it because I was like, yo, I'm doing too much. I'm going to sit down with my energy and I'm going to meditate. I'm going to see, is this my energy or is this someone else's energy? And if it's mine, we're going to dig it up. And that's what I did. I slowed down my mind and I sat there and I really thought about it and I felt everything. And I was like, bro, you got to get over it. So I had to process that whole thing. And yeah, then I remembered. It's not a punishment. It's an opportunity. It's the epitome of unconditional love from the universe to say, oh, baby, you're not going to slow down unless I make you slow down. Okay, I got you. I love you. And I need you to slow down. I need you to take a moment and I need you to breathe. Let's think. Let's feel. And then we can get back out there. There's no way you can tell me. I can't speak for the other religions, although I feel like this is probably the universal concept. But there's no way those Tainos, with all the love and light that they had, would sit there and talk about a vengeful God. I think they were more enlightened than that. I think they knew it wasn't a punishment. It was a sign, like an alarm that was like, oh, shit, I gotta slow down. I'm doing too much. You right? Corner. They put you in the corner. No, because that sounds like a punishment. I don't know. I guess no, because I don't know. They put you in timeout. That's not a punishment. You need it. I don't know who that for. It's not a punishment. It just feels like a punishment when they do it because you're not patient and keeping your faith. Heard? Saw me connect that? Yeah. Damn. Oh. So my hair is not green anymore. Just bear with me a moment. I'm going to complain a little bit. So my hair is not green anymore, right? I decided it was better to go back. Not better. I decided it was time to go back to my natural hair color. And me, oh my, I did that 2 days back to back. Maybe I shouldn't have. Because my curls fell. And then it's all dry and fluffy if I don't like load it up with conditioner, because it actually did have conditioner in it. It, it, it. So I have to give extra conditioner. And then even then, I got these little, you know, what is that? Where's my curls? I know you saw it with the grease. No, I know it'll come back. It's fine. That's what I get for doing that to my hair. But it probably won't be the last time because it's hair. It come and go. It's a cycle. I feel like I just did 3 different personalities right there. Um, yeah. So I feel like I gave you guys the roundabout long story. But do you see how it all connected? Do, do you see that? I was in a real bad low. Then I got that message. After I had reminded myself that it's all up and down, right? I'm telling you, they be coming at me. They say you can't stop. You got to keep going. Girl, you know that game. That's not real. I know. Ooh, proof. That's proof that you could throw anything you want at me, and I'm always gonna level up. Because when it tell me to slow down, I'm gonna slow down. I'm working on balance. I'm working on balance. That's another one of my big lessons. Cause like I'm either all the way over here or all the way over here. I really, I really need to find that space in the middle. Um, and I'm working on it. I'm doing better. Cause I was go 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 go. You sent me on a mission. I'm going. I'm out. I'm not stopping until you tell me to stop. And then they tell me to stop, but I don't listen. And then they tell me to stop again, and I miss that sign. And so they put like a flag. And sometimes I run through that because I wasn't paying attention. It wasn't in my brain, right? I wasn't looking through my eyes because they were clouded with all the million things that I'm thinking of, where my focus is at, instead of paying attention, you know? So they make me slow down. Like it's like, oh, let's put a wall, crash right into it. Cool. Oh, shake my head awake like a freaking cartoon. I'm like, we got, yeah, you're right. We should slow down. You're right. What was we missing? Yep. Cool. It sounds easier than I know it is, but it absolutely, like, you just got to shift your mindset because that negative energy is just a pause. You have to choose if you want it to be a pause or if you want it to be the end, right? So you could say, well, I tried. This is as far as I'm going to make it. I'm going to wallow in my own self pity, my self hate. And I'm going to dive deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm going to stay in this heavy mindset that keeps you all the way down, building your own personal hell, mind you. Or can you just say, oh, this is a pause? It's not the end, it's just a pause. Time for me to take a break. Probably should have took a break a long time ago. Probably should have not ignored those emotions a long time ago, right? And I tell you, boy, it used to take me longer to learn these lessons. So I'm proud of myself and I'm so grateful that I am actually learning faster. I've been learning faster in like the last year, which is amazing. So I'm putting it together. So 2 weeks is not bad for something that used to be months. Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna knock old me because old me didn't even know. So yeah, 2 weeks, that means that next time it'll be a week or 3 days, like I say I'm pretty close to getting to where I don't have to learn it anymore. Whew. Anyway, life is all about choices. It literally is what you make it because you can only experience your life. One last tidbit because, I mean, that's it, really. Make a choice. Is it the end or a pause? And then move forward. One last thing. I know we're on strike with Hulu and Disney, which sucks. Hulu separate from Disney, bro. I know they can't, but like, I miss Bob's Burgers. Anyway, so what are we watching? I keep thinking that I want to have someone on the phone with me talk to me. And then I'm like, I kind of don't. I kind of don't. Like, I want to talk to people. I want to have friends. I want to be social. I want to go out. But when I'm at home, I need something interesting in the background to be productive. Otherwise, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I started watching Shameless over like a few weeks ago, and I'm almost done with that. And I need something else. So, what do you got? We're still on the Netflix train. I got Prime Video, and then the only other ones I can download are gonna have to be the free ones, so like Tubi and whatnot, whatever. Give me something that's on a free platform that's going to like. It can't be too interesting because I gotta be, I gotta do stuff. I gotta clean. I can't be sitting there watching it because it's too interesting. Like something on YouTube. Like what kind of YouTube video? I started listening to these history because I'm a dork and I like documentaries, and it's like songs to not songs, stories to fall asleep to, and some of it will be like on ancient Greece or the history of the world, or ancient Egypt, and it's supposed to be like boring, I guess, boring stories so you can go to sleep, but I find them so fascinating, and the voice is not monotone, like it's not flat or dead, but it's gentle. And so I'm like engaged, but it also there's not visuals, so I can just go and do and clean. And I love those. But I need some girl. But I need something like that along those lines if we're going on YouTube. So if y'all can leave recommendations in the comments, let me, please, let me stay successful. I'm helping you out. Help me out. Hey, the unconditional love, the transfer of love. We got to make it happen. That's what feeds us and this energy in the world, right? Yeah. So please let me know what's good. And don't ask me what genre. If it sound, give me a little, what's the word? Like a debrief. I know that's not the word. Give me like a summary. Give me a little summary about what it's about. Don't be giving away too much. I know my niece is gonna tell me the summer I turned pretty because she can't leave that alone. But I felt like she told me so much already. There's no point for me to watch it, but I might still watch it. We'll see. Give me your recommendations. I love you so much. Thanks for joining me again. I will be staying consistent. I will. I'm out of my little slump. So, you know. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. I made a Facebook for like technicality, but I ain't really using that. So, you always find me here. Bye. Thank you.